All right, y'all, what's going on? Somebody but nobody, the SBN lifestyle. Thanks for watching this video. I'm going to make this one as quick as I can. I don't think it's going to be too long. I never know if I'm going to do longer videos, and I'm not setting it up. So I've been thinking lately about, how everybody, when somebody dies, we all want to mourn and, have these funerals. And, I understand that, somebody that you cared for and you lived with, I understand. I know what death is all about. No, I haven't died and I'm scared to die. But I think that death should be celebrated. I don't think that we should take death the way that we do take death. I think it's it's just like, why are we doing these funerals? We're doing these funerals for the living. We're not really doing them for the dead, because once somebody's dead, they're dead and they don't know any of this and they're not thinking about any of this anymore. So really, we're doing it for the ones that are alive, if you think about it. And this is what I would tell my family. If something ever happens to me, bury me. I don't want a funeral and all this stuff. Remember me for when I was with you individually. Remember me for the times that we had when I was with you one-on-one. This is why I talk about this conformity and this group mentality stuff, because who are we doing this for? Who are we putting on this show for? You understand what I mean? And I'm not trying to offend anybody with this, because people get very, very upset and offended when you talk about death. But when I die, celebrate. Throw your hands in the air and take a shot or two. Have some fun if I go. I don't want people to be sad and sitting around and crying for me and thinking and worrying and being in despair. I don't want that. So why do I want to do that for anyone that has died that I know? I want to celebrate them and say they once lived. Yeah, they went through their hardships, but I'm not going to sit here and just feel bad all the time. And, it sounds kind of hypocritical, because I'm scared of death and I'm scared to die. And I even said in my other video, if there is a God in this thing, I'm scared of God. Because if God created all this, then who wouldn't be scared if there is a God? And I know so many of us, we have, we have so many different thoughts. We have so many different judgments on things. We have so many ways that we view this world. But the way that I speak to y'all, it's like, it's really hard to explain. Like, I tell you to live your best life now. But I know that it doesn't matter if you save somebody from something or whatever you do, because you're going to end up in the same place that everybody has ended up. So why are we trying to run from this thing? And if this is shaky, I'm sorry. I shake really bad. Like I said, I got some health things going on. And I haven't been feeling too great lately again. It's nothing new with me. But yeah, it's like, there's a guy, Renegade #1. I've been watching his videos lately. I don't know if he'll watch my videos. It doesn't matter if he does or not. But if you are watching Renegade #1, thank you for your videos, brother. He said something in the terms of, oh man, it just slipped my mind. I hate when I do that. I'm about to say something and it slips my mind. I can't remember now. Oh well, I'll let it go. But anyway, he said something in his video the other day that really struck a chord with me. And he has a lot of knowledge. He knows what he's talking about. He really knows what he's saying. He sees that all this is futile, and there's nothing wrong with saying that it is, because we're all going to be in the same place anyway. But that doesn't mean that you can't, do something now, because when you're gone, you're not going to know it anyway. You're not even going to know you're gone. So what is the point in stressing about it and worrying about it? Why do I worry about it or stress about it? It just doesn't make sense. And I really wish I could remember what he said, because it was a really good point, and I'm pissed off I can't remember it. This is going to mess up my whole video probably, because I don't edit my videos. But yeah, if you go to his YouTube, Renegade #1, it is, I think it's the video that he just uploaded. I'm not sure if it's that one. I'm not sure. I'm just going to let it go here. But there's nothing that you can do really to solve anything. It's just one day at a time, 1 second at a time. And there's nothing that I can really say to anybody to make anybody feel better, or you got to do things for yourself. And then you still are going to know that in some decades you're not going to be here, and it's not a bad thing. Oh, what he said is this, and it's so simple, I can't believe I can't remember. He said whatever everybody else is doing and saying, something in these terms, he said that he does the opposite of that. If people are conforming, he doesn't conform. If people are saying that this is the right way to go, then you probably know that's not the right way, because the group and the mob will always steer everybody wrong. And I just wrote a poem about, this whole group mentality thing and this mob mentality. It's disastrous and dangerous. Like, that's why I'm all for individual people, because usually individuals that stay to themselves, they don't bother people. They're the peacemakers. They're the ones that ain't out doing all kinds of crazy shit in this world, And then usually look at all the violence and troubles that are going on in this world. Look who's doing it. It's gangs and mobs and groups that are doing this stuff. It ain't usually loners. There are loners that do some crazy shit. Don't get it wrong. There's some of these guys, they go nuts and start shooting people and individual serial killers and stuff. But that is very rare. That is not the norm. You know what I mean? That's very rare. So anyway, I got my coffee here. I just wanted to say that real quick. It's like, if you know somebody that died, if they're gone and they're not thinking of any of this stuff and they're not suffering anymore, then what are you so sad about? I mean, I can understand that you're sad because you're not going to see them no more and you're not going to talk to them. I understand that completely. And then, there's people that they believe in this heaven where everyone goes. Well, then why are you crying for your people that are dead then? Supposedly they're in this paradise place, or they're going to be, so what are you sad about? It makes no sense. You understand what I mean? So that's why I see it. When I'm gone, and I ain't going to be worrying about this. Do I want to die? No, I don't want to die. But death will be freedom. And yes, I admit I am a hypocrite, because I'm scared of death and I don't want to die. But when it's my time, I'll be gone and I won't be thinking about this. And when you die, I know you will be dead. You won't be thinking about none of this. So why am I going to cry for you? Why am I going to think you're still suffering when you're not? You're free. And I'm not telling people to do anything. I'm not saying that to people. That's not what I'm doing in this video. See, that's what society and everybody that's conforming to everything will try to say is, oh, you're so negative, and my goodness, you depress me, and all this and that. And that's another thing that the Renegade #1 guy says, is that this is what people will try to convince you of, is that all of this stuff is negative and it's trying to bring you down. And that is not what, there's this, like I said before, and I have to use this term so you understand a little bit, but there's this black pill concept that goes around. If you see it as a bad thing or a horrible thing, then you're not seeing it for what it is, because it's not a bad thing. And men and women can both do this. You can think the same way, it's more set up for men to be a part of, but that does not mean that you ladies cannot look into this and see what it is too. And like I said, I don't label myself, but when you get away from all this, you finally understand. When you finally understand that all is futile and pointless and nothing really means anything, that's where the freedom comes. And if you can't see that yet, then you might not have experienced enough stuff in life to have, known that that's what it is. And I can't explain it if you don't know what I'm saying. I can't explain it to you. So anyway, just a quick video here. I'm getting out on this one. Yeah, if you can, just like my videos so I can get out more, and I'll have a lot more on the way. I might do another video here. This is just this one quick. So anyway, go to Renegade #1's channel. I've been watching his stuff lately. And thank you for watching my channel. If you could subscribe, that would be great. If you could go in the description and donate anything to my PayPal, that would be great. Because this is all I really have to give to people right now. So, is my word and who I am as a person, And I think that's more valuable than anything, if you ask me. Fuck the money, fuck the fame, fuck the cars, the mansions, the nice fancy clothes, all the women and all that. Fuck all that shit. It don't mean nothing. It has no value. What has value is logical thinking and reasoning and arguing over things that make sense and trying to make sense of them. That's what is valuable in this life while we're here. And then when we're gone, we're gone. We ain't got to worry about it no more. So let's celebrate death, not mourn it. That's all I got to say. Later, y'all.